you're a leader, that makes you somebody who will be able to attract other people on the same journey as you, and you'll be way more powerful and effective moving forward. And again, PR, TikTok vlogs, YouTube vlogs, whatever it might be, putting ourselves out in the media, it's massively helped our companies. People know about us. I mean, what good is it being the smartest guy in the industry or being hugely successful if it's just a hidden secret between you and your friends and your family? If you are great at something, let the world know about it. You know, we've been on TV multiple times. We have people leaving major corporations. In the last 6 months, we've had 3 people join our team who have literally said, I want to work for the twins. I don't care what you pay me. I want to work for those guys. And they've left big players in our industry. And if it wasn't for us putting ourselves out there, the journey so far would have been twice as hard, I think, because people wouldn't have known what they're joining or what they're doing or how they can help the vision.
So the reason I mentioned the earlier today, where we're in a venue and everybody knows who you are by the time we've left, and even people saying, if you need help with anything or do you want to take a picture, I can take a picture for you, just offering, and just that friendly environment, like, you know, everyone. That charisma that you have and that friendliness and approachableness is something that is also apparent when I've seen your vlogs, when you're speaking to your team, and therefore an element of leadership and company culture. And that's probably the reason you are able to attract top talent. So talk to me about how your approach to leadership and managing, at this point, quite a large team.
Great question. What is leadership? It's getting the best out of people. And you can only get the best out of people when they can relate to you and when they feel that they can be themselves around you. If they have a barrier around you all the time, or they're pretending who they are, they will always be another version of who they are, and they will never be the best version and perform to how you need them to perform to get the best out of them. So leadership comes down to leading from the front, being there, you know, morning meetings, motivation, and recognizing hard work. There's been so many times where we've treated our staff to a Louis Vuitton bag, to a trip for 2, to a spa for a weekend, to dinners out, and team members in the month, all these things that we don't have to do if we were just another greedy set of bosses who wanted to keep every single penny. But we recognize the fact that we are where we are today because of our team. So we're the first people to reward specific people for their performance.
Your team now is how many people?
About 65 people, including dentists.
Okay, so when it comes to such a large team and they're not all in one location, and as you expand multiple cities and online, off everything, you have so many people to manage, not on top of all the other tasks you have, you know, steering the ship. But you've understood that there's a key process and not something you just let them be. And by spending time with you, I've understood you're very active leaders. You're not just letting the team do what they do and just watching the spreadsheet numbers at the end. You're in the trenches and involved. So how are you managing such a big empire, both of you?
One thing we learned from our mentor is management through people, which I'll explain. So to expand as a company, it comes through staff. You'll never grow without people. People are very important. How do you motivate and manage those people? You can't do it all yourself, as you rightly said. What you need is senior managers in each department who are motivated through 3 things: fear, greed, or desire. Ideally desire. You don't really want to use fear because you'll just have a fear culture, which is not good. But you want to show them the way to become more successful, so greed, but also desire, become the best version of themselves. So what we've been doing over the last few months is recruiting that dream team, the dream team of senior managers who we can delegate to, give them clear KPIs, clear goals, a clear vision for where the company's heading, and let them do their thing. One of the main reasons we're here for a few weeks is because we wanted to give our senior managers space to do the best job they can do. Okay. So that's why we're like, let's get out of here. Obviously the weather, getting a nice tan, getting some nice food, but also allowing them space to become the best version of who they can be. And without that structure, you will always be micromanaging. So we are stepping away from the day-to-day runnings of our companies, and we're becoming managers of our managers now. But notice, we only did that when we hit a record month. Some people leave too early, and they put trust in other people too early. When the company is at a point that can't really be sustained and grown from an individual who's not a stakeholder or an owner in the company. But once you hit that sweet spot where things are rolling and you see the machine is operating well, you have to put trust in the right people and essentially lead the leaders rather than just leading everybody.
Yes.
And that's where we're at now.
Okay.
And when we refer to it as a machine, it's not a literal machine. It's because we like to look at different things in business as analogies, as I mentioned. And a business is literally a machine. You have HR, one part of the machine. You have marketing, another part. Sales team, another part. Customer service. Fulfillment, all these different parts of the machine formulate that machine. And over the last few months,